Like I think about the differences in views between me and my parents. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like how they view and quantify a good life. Now I understand. I don't have children. You understand what I'm saying? By choice or by otherwise. Maybe like children. No, I will never do it. I'll never do it.
You don't want kids?
No, I don't want children. I don't want children.
Okay.
And I saw how Abazalam, like if you are, they always, like me and my mom always have this argument. She always says, yo, it's natural for a person to get married and have children and raise children and blah 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 blah. You understand? That typical nuclear family idea to them is very sacred.
Yeah.
Life without that doesn't make sense in their eyes. But to me, it like that's like, yo man, who cares? It's your life. Do what you wanna do. I feel like within our generation, there's more people who do what they wanna do with their lives. You've got ladies singing, whipping, having their nice, jobs. They don't need a man. They're actually out here savaging. Imagine if our mothers did that.
Yeah, they don't need men for monetary things, but then there still are psychological needs that you have in relationships that you cannot get from your brother or your colleague.
But now my question is, why does that generational gap exist? Why is it such a disconnect?
Because of what you mentioned in the beginning, right? The mediums of media, whatever, that we have grown so much, right? Like information has been democratized because the internet has done that. There used to be a time when it was only the SABC, which was your source of news. And that was your view of the world.
CCTV one.
Right?
Like, CCTV
now
one.
we all have Facebook and we all publish. We're all publishers now. You know what's happening in China before CNN. In fact, a lot of these news networks get their news from social media, right? We are no longer the consumers anymore.
So is the insinuation that media raises children far more than their parents do?
It shapes their worldview. Sure.
It does.
But your parents do play a role. Like, for example, I really hate how people go off at Zodwa and say that she's a bad example for the youth when she's not raising your kids. You should be able to teach your kids how to discern
But you between get the time to raise your kids and your kid have access to YouTube. So what uzodwa lapha makabizi ebonisana nekhekhe laphayana amagenge ampayela amashampopo. That's what kids see on the when she's trending, right?
Yeah.
The kids are gonna see it. And I was like, yo, let's listen to Mali.
I can do it too.
Sure.
And where you gonna get the time? I said to your humble your 7 right? You gotta be at the span at 8 o'clock.
Right.
You understand? Maybe you live, a significant distance from where you work. And then that's like you're waking up at 6 o'clock. You understand? So chances are work takes about 12 hours of your time. Where are you gonna get the time to look at this small 410? I'm talking 24/7. You don't.
To micromanage the kid, you don't have the time. Yeah.
But it's like if you have an obese kid, right? That's your fault because kids eat what's in the house.
That's all. Yeah. Well, not now as an adult. Back in the day, now.
Right? But that's in a way you kind of create your child's taste and appetite for things. I think because I grew up in a household where my parents read a lot, I kind of had an appetite to do that. Right? And I wouldn't watch certain TV programs because it was just shunned upon, for example.
Yeah.
Right? But the media is supposed to reflect reality.
Does it?
And
sure.
Zodwa, for all that, we grew up on Vimesh, guys, but I'm not a junkie.
Maru Vimesh begatogi paid.
Yeah. Definitely.
But okay, the equivalent then Bobo Ban Bobo Lebu.
The parents.
She did, but she didn't like.
Yeah.
I was like,
Lebu had
kind of like a once-off thing. She had talent, and it didn't happen like.
No, but she was still pushing the very same boundaries, right?
She was a dancer and performing on stage, a musician.
Right.
It's like this straight line. Nowadays, people are famous. Mama was good benza.
Yeah.
Like a profession and competence is separated from excellence. You can just be famous for the sake of being famous. Kardashians proved it. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
And they make people believe that we can live out there and not here. And by that I mean detachment. Like in no, I look at Abashana.
You sound old now. Like
he does, right?
I am.
You're having this conversation. They
dog like they're just weird to me, dog. Like they're just weird. I'm like
You were weird to your parents.
Yeah.
Or to the previous generation.
Drinking black labels, listening to, Abo Negro, Abo Aesop Rock, my pants were sagging this much. You knew every single piece of underwear I had at the time.
Always sagging pants.
And
that's our generation.
Yo, man, I don't know. Like, this is so cliche, and I hate sounding like this, because everybody says, you're a generational man. But I don't know, Joe. I don't know. Because I feel like there's a whole lot of incidences of single parent households in our generation. I'm
Yeah. So what you're talking about is accountability, right? And that point that you made about the nuclear family. There are differences in outcomes in a single parent household and a 2-parent household, right? Okay, so we wouldn't know much right now about same-sex couples when it comes to raising kids. That's also something, right? So we know it's okay, men who are raised by single mothers are more likely to be in criminal activities, drop out of school,
Wait.
Check the statistics.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, check the statistics.
Psychology says that.
Yeah.
Is that a fact?
Mother only in the household?
Yeah.
No male.
Yeah, most of my niggas were raised by their mothers only. They kind of okay.
Be cool.
But that's your world.
Facts. Big facts.
Right.
All the time.
Yeah. So there is something to be said about the diminishing of the family unit. It is necessary. Frankly, I don't really care whether it's same sex or it's not conservative. Every psychologist has said this.
So you say it's a scientific study?
It's proven, unless. But we haven't had same-sex marriages long enough to say whether the outcomes are the same.
Malik, do you think a double shandy is preferable to a single parent shandy?
Nah, I think it's circumstantial. It depends on the modus operandi of the household.
For sure.
I was raised by a very wise old woman. She instilled a whole lot of principles. So it was dope for me, and I kind of don't like dudes. And then when I started growing up, looking at my friends like fathers, I'm a time, fathers. I felt like when I look at my friends' fathers, all of them, they don't have a great relationship with them. Even those who are educated and academics, they are too hard on their kids. They want to dictate their lives, their education, their career paths, and what's not. But I was raised by a woman, and she was somewhat gallant. She was more understanding, more patient, and more tolerant. So I think it's circumstantial. It depends also on the cognitive of the parent and the modus operandi of the immediate household.
But just to jump on that, not all kids are the same.
Again,
some kids you can just give a look and a speech, and
right.
Some kids don't need that soft what because so it really depends. Your disciplinary methods or whatever depend on the personality of the child. Yeah,
no, but
I don't think.
But I think